how to be more uninhibited, how to be less inhibited, how to be less restrained, how to be more unrestrained, how to be more instinctual, more natural, more in tune with the genius of the body, what it wants, and responding to that instead of overriding everything, overriding your dreams, overriding your goals. Welcome in. Much love, Trav here. Here you can see me having a little fun at the White House. Was just here in Washington, D.C. Now I am in Nashville, going for a walk. Before we get into how to be more uninhibited, how to be less restrained, which is super important, because you want to get what you want to get in life, you have to let yourself go for it. You have to let yourself go for things. You can't constantly hold yourself back. Just explain why I am doing the screen capture instead of video on my face. I've been getting in the habit of, I'm just in the city, I'm walking through the streets, I'm passing people, there's cars, etc., and I'm just kind of preferring this right now. I think it lets me be a little less restrained. I don't have to put people on camera that I'm walking by in the street. It feels more natural. That said, when I get back to nature, the camera will be up. So stay tuned for that. Much love. Thank you all. Thank you, specifically you, so much for letting me do this, for listening, letting me share. So let's talk about how to be more unrestrained. Now, share a little bit of my experience, but in general, this is a big societal problem. Okay, so you want emotional control. You don't want to be a loose cannon too much. But that's not the problem most people have. Most people have the problem that everything's bottled in, everything's repressed, everything's restrained. Most people have the problem where and it's enforced. It's a failing of our schooling, it's a failing of our workplace, it's a failing of our society, where most of you start off early in life, you're sent to a school, you have to sit in rows, you have to be quiet. But if you can't be quiet, if you can't restrain yourself, then they give you drugs to restrain you. They give you Adderall, they give you Ritalin, whatever. You have to sit still and shut up, right? That's what our training starts with. You have to be quiet, you have to obey, you have to be restrained. And then this is just training for entering the workforce, where they ask you for the same thing, to sit in your cube or to stay at your station, stay posted up, don't move too much, don't say too much, don't think too much. You want to get up and stretch, override that, restrain yourself. You want to scream, inhibit yourself. You want to leave work and go do something else, resist, right? So society teaches us to be totally restrained, totally inhibited, and it permeates in all things that we do. You want to get up, you don't want to, your body is genius. It wants you to sleep in for a reason, right? It wants you to get up and move for a reason. It wants to unbutton that shirt for a reason. It wants to say what it wants to say to who you want to say it to. It wants you to approach and start talking to this person. It wants you to go out and take this risk. It wants you to yell and scream and say, let's fucking go. It wants you to curse a little bit, right? It wants you to be unrestrained. So that's the problem. And let's talk about solutions. And for me personally, I came through this, obviously. I think I was lucky that I went to this private Montessori school for the first 6 grades, because the first 4 at least, they let you get up and move around and gave you a long recess to play and stuff like that. But I got into sit in your row, don't say anything, don't get up and move. I got into wake up when you don't want to wake up, don't talk up, follow all the rules. There's all these rules. I got into that and I followed it. And by the time I'm out of college, obviously, like you, like most everyone, I'm going to be really restrained. I'm going to be really inhibited. And then a lot of people, the issue is they're inhibited for all the things that would improve their lives. Taking risks, start a business, talk to this person, say what's on your mind. But then totally uninhibited when it comes to, and immoderate when it comes to food, bad diet, junk food, sugar, fat, processed bullshit, drugs, alcohol. Totally uninhibited. And that's why people need that to become uninhibited, because they're immoderate in this one thing, they're unrestrained in this one thing, and then it's the gateway to being unrestrained. But you don't need that, obviously. A lot of people have problems there. A lot of people don't. So for me, it's taken a while. I'm still not out of it. You know, you have these scars of childhood, you have these scars of society, but once you know about it, you can get out of it. I'm going to share, no particular order, a bunch of keys to being less restrained. Number one, I've heard this from a few sources. Tony Robbins, he advises you to scream, primally. Elliot Holst advises you to do this in your car. I've been reading Marilyn Monroe's biography, and one of these influential Hollywood-type filmmakers goes off into the wilderness and screams for 30 minutes a day. So I invite you to say, let's fucking go. Let's do it. Hey! Right? Go find a place that you can be unrestrained and make some noise. Go play some pickup basketball and fucking scream, swear, let yourself curse. It's a good warm-up to being unrestrained. Say, fuck that bullshit, bro, let's fucking do it. I think it works great. You can do the cursing or not do the cursing. I think the cursing is great, actually, because I moved to the second thing. Rebellion, a little bit of rebellion, purposefully breaking rules. I'm gonna jaywalk right now, watch me. Yeah, right? Little rules. I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway, because I'm a badass, right? It's one of the reasons why I have tattoos now. Less restrained. I'm less restrained. It's a mark of it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it, fuck it. Right? I'm not gonna hold myself back from doing this. I want a scar from it. Right? Be rebellious. Make it a practice of being rebellious. Break rules from time to time. Break your own rules, break others' rules. See what happens, see what you learn, see how you feel. Another key, recognize the genius of the body, something we've been talking about. Instincts. Recognize that your first instinct is generally correct. It's sometimes wrong. Like your first instinct might be to eat 12 brownies. That's probably wrong, but most of the time, your instinct is to get up and walk out, do it. Your instinct is to approach and talk to this person, do it. Your instinct is to start your own project today, do it. Your instinct is to yell, fucking yell, right? Do it. Let yourself do what you want to do, and that's a mindset thing of saying, yo, look here. Let me try to fix the wind's picking up a little bit. Audio, right? Let yourself do some shit. You want to post a goofy ass picture on social media? Here's me. Do it, right? There's your body. Trust in your body. Your mind is wrong most of the time as far as, I don't know if I should do this. A new thing that I've been trying, new heuristic, is if I'm not sure if I should do something, I do it. Because it used to be, if I'm not sure I should do something, I don't do it. And then there's all this restraint. Have to be sure to even do something. Right? I'm not sure if I should do this, fucking do it. Be unrestrained, be uninhibited. Train yourself. You can train yourself. So you have to acknowledge, like, yo, I should have followed my instinct on that one and I didn't. And next time I will. And you train yourself. right? Other keys to be less inhibited. Surround yourself with more uninhibited people if possible. Go to where these people are. Go to fucking, depends what it is, right? Go be around the cool kids. Go check out a hippie compound. See how the hippies live. They're unrestrained craziness, you know. You don't have to stay there, but try to be around uninhibited people. If you're totally surrounded, you're in this totally repressed work culture, that's a little bit of a problem. You're going to have to dig out of it. Go to yoga. Although that's kind of back to the classroom, actually. I just came from there. Look for an environment where you can go be free and go be liberated. Another key, travel. Wow, this has been so big for me, because it used to be like I have these patterns of habit, and the people around me at my work, at my school, see me as that thing, and it's hard to change. It's also hard to let yourself be more uninhibited and more unrestrained when you know that, well, I'm going to have to see everyone again tomorrow. My finding, and I see a lot of this helpful for a lot of people, if you have the opportunity to travel and you're in places for a short period of time, it lets you be a lot wilder and less restrained and more uninhibited, because there's less social cost of doing it, because you're not going to see these people again tomorrow. That's one of the reasons why people go crazy on spring break, girls gone wild or whatever, you know, boys gone wild, whatever. Spring break, because hey, I'm only here for a week, I'm here with some of my friends, most of y'all are strangers, y'all will stay strangers, we're going to get wild, and then we're going to go home. So you can work that into your life by being on, not break more, but traveling more if you can. You know, if you haven't done it, save up, plan it out, save up a bunch of money, go take 3 months and travel through South America, take 3 months, travel through Europe, and you'll quickly see, like, once you're there, you're in this restrained pattern, but then you think about it and it's like, why, right? It becomes a lot easier to break out of it. And then you come back and people will actually see that you have changed, and you can adopt your new patterns of being more free, less inhibited. And ultimately, it's very worth it and very important, because life is short, life is finite. We have one, and we want to make the most of this one. We want to be who we want to be. We want to do what we want to do. We want to accomplish what we want to do it. And too many of us are too restrained, are too inhibited, holding ourselves back from going for it and accomplishing these things. So I invite you to fucking go for it. Release the chains, release the shackles, let yourself yell, let yourself curse, let yourself be a rebel, some rebellion. Let yourself be around, be in a free environment. Let yourself go travel and get wild a little bit. Those are my recommendations to how to be less restrained. Change your mindset and recognize. And if you made it to the end, here's the most powerful thing that deserves a video in itself. If you are restrained, you're fighting a fight between your conscious mind and your unconscious mind. Your body wants to do things, and you're using your willpower to stop it. I want to fucking curse you out, bitch, but I'm not going to. I'm using my willpower. That's a lot of energy lost, because maybe I should just do it. I wanna sleep in today and say fuck you to school today. Fuck that bullshit. I'm gonna work at home and get shit done. If using all my willpower to get up, yeah, I'm building discipline perhaps, but the body's smart. It wants to sleep for a reason. You're not getting enough sleep, right? On the other hand, you have a lot more energy if you're unrestrained. This is the really most powerful thing. You have a lot more, and I might even make a video on this one point because I think it's so important. If you're less restrained, if you spend less of your willpower, your energy, restraining yourself, then you have a lot more willpower to dedicate towards the more important things, the habit changes, the diet changes, the lifestyle changes, the discipline, willpower to go do the difficult conversations, right? Because you're doing everything that you would instinctually do, and now you're using your willpower to push yourself to do more things instead of doing fewer things and using your willpower to do fewer things. That's the problem with restraint, and I think I'll talk about that more tomorrow. Today, I'd love to hear what you have to say in the comments, por favor, about what you can do to be less restrained, more uninhibited, and how you hope it will change your life. Share, let people know, and I'll be back again tomorrow. So thank you all, and we will speak soon. Peace. Much love.